Hello and welcome back to Risk of Rain Returns. Today I wanted to go in and do something it's a little weird. I've been thinking about it and I want to try and do a one item per tier challenge. That means that whenever it comes to whites, greens, and reds, we only get to choose one item and we stack it indefinitely on that one item. And I do have a good idea of what I'm going to do, because there's some items that stack really well. And my goal is that we're going to be using offense for our white item, defense for our green item, and then because I only have to get one red for the whole thing, I'm actually not sure what to take for my red item. Because of the white item I'm planning on taking, I wanted to say that the hit list is actually the best synergy. But I do actually think that the hit list might not be a good idea, because I don't know about stacking. And things like the Crystal Scepter isn't exactly ideal either. Because the issue with the Crystal Scepter is that after like 2 or 3 stacks, my cooldowns don't have, like, I won't even have a cooldown at that point. So, as far as the white item goes, we're gonna take Barbed Wire. Just hear me out on that one. That one kind of seems like maybe a weird choice if you don't understand Barbed Wire, but it's a very good item. It scales very well with multiple stacks. This is why I was thinking about the hit list, was because the hit list increases your damage, and Barbed Wire scales with your damage, which means that each scaling of Barbed Wire I get will also be stronger as well. Now, as far as green items, my first guess here is going to be Guardian's Hearts. The reason for that is that if I just grabbed healing, there's no healing in green that is going to be consistent enough to keep up with the amount of healing that I need. Especially, like, I could get Harvester's Scythe, for example, and it would probably heal me every once in a while, and I would, whenever it does go off, I would get a lot of healing out of it, but I'm never going to be getting any other crits. I could get an ATG and stack ATGs infinitely, but then I would need some defense from whites. I could grab, and honestly, if the Guardian's Heart doesn't work out, it's going to be the next thing I could grab, which is the Leeching Seed, but I had already planned on grabbing Barbed Wire, which means that Leeching Seed wasn't going to be as good, because I planned on a lot of my damage coming from Barbed Wire. Ooh, I accidentally misclicked there. Can I get over it? Yeah, I can. Okay, so it's down, left, left, left. Okay, there we go. Eeh. Wasted an item, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, we got this still. I'm also not going to take drones, because it kind of goes against the spirit of, you know, one item. Because, well, realistically speaking, drones are really good. Really, really good. I will take drones in a level that I know has a scrapper, however. Just because I'll probably go over to the scrapper and scrap the drone right away. And it's not going to affect my overall run. But there's no scrappers in the first level, so these drones will be very effective on the long term, and I don't really want that to be the case. So whenever I see a pick 3, it means I can't take it. Okay, so here we go. What do we take in reds? Okay, to solve this problem, I actually pulled up on my side what all of the items do, because I know what every item does, but I don't know how they stack. So we could take ATG missiles, but that would require us to attack more often, and that, like, they stack percent chance. So we would eventually get a whole bunch of them, but it's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. Ceremonial Daggers isn't the worst thing, because killing an enemy fires out heat-sinking bolts. Hit list just makes us stack it faster, so that's not very good. Old Lopper does bonus damage to enemies of lower health. And it's 60% per stack and it just goes up each time. That's not a bad idea. Because I imagine that probably affects our Barbed Wire. Infinite Umbrellas would be pretty hilarious as well. And if we're a coward, we could take Infinite Dio's Best Friends. Let's go with Old Lopper, because that's the only one on the list that I can see that is going to be a really good continuous stack, and also is going to benefit Barbed Wire. At least with how it reads, I feel like it benefits Barbed Wire. Because it just says damage. It doesn't say, like, player damage or something like that. And I think that it just means that enemies take that much more damage. So 15, 15, 15. It might not affect Barbed Wire. Ooh. Well, infinite Old Loppers are still going to be good, because it's not like I'm not going to attack. That's good to know, though. Does not affect Barbed Wire. I mean, it's still a good item. I believe that means that with how the Barbed Wire works, since it's off of damage, the only thing that would have affected it would have been the hit list. So the hit list increases your base damage, which kind of does a trickle down to everything else in the entire game. And the only reason our damage just went up now is because we leveled up, which is one of the only ways outside of the hit list to increase your damage. Everything else is just like a proc and stuff like that, so. Yeah, we won't be getting healing per se, but we will have an absolutely crazy amount of extra HP with this many Guardian Hearts, and the extra HP will come back really, really fast, and it also prevents us from being one-shot, so I do think the Guardian Heart is a very good green choice. The other reason I like it over Leeching Seed is because I don't have to do anything for it. Okay. Where's the Old Lopper? It is down twice, and then left a bunch of times. So down twice, left 4 times. Okay. I'm going to have to get good at doing those, because those are the only 3 items we get now. So for this run of this, I will not be doing this with a use item, but in the future, I may do use items. Oh, we also, I guess I never found it last time, but we also have been considering putting on other relics, and one of the ones that or artifacts, I should say, one of the ones that I've been really interested in is, I think it's called the Prestige. It's one of the new ones. And basically what it says is that there is going to be a guaranteed Shrine of the Mountain every stage. And then instead of the Shrine of the Mountain activating only for that stage, it activates for every single stage afterwards. So you basically keep the shrine proc. And I think that's actually really interesting. We really need more white items. So down once. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Barbed Wire will get there. I promise you. I absolutely, positively promise you that Barbed Wire will get there. I have a lot of evidence on this, okay? We just need more items. You'll see. One day, the Barbed Wire will be like that one movie with the cats, where something about shadows, and for as far as the shadows touch, that's your empire. I got that right? Can't imagine that story going any differently. Okay. What color is this? White. Perfect. So it's down once, left 3 times. Perfect. For now, the Barbed Wire is risky. But soon you'll see. I'll make them all see. I feel like this needs to be my supervillain arc. What am I kidding? There's no arc there. Okay, so we really do need quite a few more items here, because as funny as this will eventually be, we gotta get there sooner. I'm also not confident that I can win this, but we're gonna do our best here. Also, it'd be nice to have more green items. Only having one Guardian's Heart is a little rough. This should be a green. Oh my gosh, another red. Okay, well, we've dedicated to Old Lopper, so we have 3 old Loppers now. If I understand how this item works, we should basically be doing more damage all the time, and it just scales up to 60% more damage. Well, it's more than 60% now. It's 60, 120, it's 180% more damage now. Whew, okay. That was a little dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna check real quick to see if I can get another greed item, because I was actually really hoping for having more Guardian Hearts at this point. Does not look like it. So we're just going to have to play this very, very safe, which means I'm about to get very, very quiet. That was scary. I would like those items, though. So let's wait just a moment for Guardian's Heart to come back. Ah, okay. So not the Old Lopper. Old Lopper's a bad choice. We're gonna try again, though. We're definitely just sticking with the barbed wire, because, trust me on this one, the barbed wire will get there. We were actually close. We were already doing a lot of damage. And this is going to be one of those types of challenges and one of those types of runs where I just know there's going to be at least several people in the comments that are telling me that my choices were wrong, and I probably don't disagree with you. There is going to be a lot of different ways to solve this particular puzzle, because, well, that's actually what is making this interesting to me, is because there's not a singular answer here. There's not a, oh, well, at this point, you choose this. I actually just think that there's a lot of different items in white, green, and red that will actually solve the puzzle. And it's kind of makes it even more interesting to me that there isn't a singular answer. I do think, though, that's for my green, though. Do we try again on Guardian Hearts? Because our issue there wasn't necessarily the Guardian Heart itself. Our red wasn't really doing... I mean, our red was actually a lot of extra damage. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to try Guardian Heart again one more time, and we're just going to change out our red. Because the two other really good defensive items are, at least in this situation, I'm not saying in general, are the cape. And I cannot remember the name of it right now. Leeching Seed and Leeching Seed. The only issue being that Leeching Seed will only benefit me whenever I'm actually shooting enemies. And Guardian's Heart will just be like a bunch of extra HP all the time. And it scales really... Like, it's going to be a lot of HP. I wouldn't say it scales. It's flat scaling, but like, considering how slowly you gain HP through the normal methods, I need a kill, please. We should be able to basically break the game with the amount of HP we have, which comes back nearly instantly, faster than we could probably heal our other HP with any, again, singular item. So, immediately getting a red again. Okay, okay. Is there something else that scales really well? Let's look at these items again, super fast. So, Old Lopper was 60% on lower HP. Bottled Scepter was only scaled the first 3 times, essentially. So it's kind of not interesting. Aegis actually scales maximum barrier. Also, classified access codes would murder everything. You know what? Let's go for the ridiculous. Let's make this as silly as possible. And in future runs, we'll look back at this and be like, yeah, Umbrella's silly. Umbrella's really strong. But we've already done it, so we're not going to grab it again. This will be the proof of concept Umbrella. We'll go ahead and hit it now. I like how little damage one stack of barbed wire does. It's almost pathetic. But barbed wire is sort of like an underdog. Seems like a small mountain now. But one day it will rise up. And it'll show those bullies, or something. It'll show those cliche medicine story bad guys how important and impressive it is. We did get several green items this time, so we're going to actually get a better chance of seeing what having lots of Guardian Hearts looks like. I got trapped in the menu. I pressed the wrong button first. Okay, we're going to skip over that one, but we have a plan now. So crazy amounts of Guardian Hearts, crazy amounts of umbrellas, crazy amount of barbed wire. I'll be back in a moment. Just letting you know, still grabbing the Shrine of the Mountain. Just the Shrine of the Mountain stage 1 is just not scary, okay? You can't convince me that it's scary. I've never been scared by a stage 1 Shrine of the Mountain. I'm sure someone's going to prove me wrong there and point out a specific time in a video or something like that I was scared about it. While we're sitting here, getting back to where we were before, I will say, it's been really cool to see some of the channel growth lately, and it's been really cool to see the people who have joined me because of, and subscribed because of, Mr. Rain have taken the time to try and check out some of the other content, because I'm not one of those people who can just play one game for the rest of eternity. And despite how much I liked this game, at one point, someday in the future, I will have to let it go. It's going to last a lot longer than other games would, though, because it is genuinely a remake of one of my favorite games of all time. So it will probably... we're probably going to get at least a few more hours of this, like a couple hundred, maybe more hours out of this. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to like have a moment real quick and be like, thanks for checking out the other stuff, and not just being like, oh, Areima's not posting Risk of Rain anymore. I'm going to just vanish into the horizon. Because, you know, we're trying a thing here. We're trying to, like, build a community or some shit. Also, I'm trying to get freaking money for this chest, and the game's just like, nah, bro. Enemies that drop money? What even is that? Does Heaven Cracker stack? It probably does. Oh, got the Guardian Hearts now. It's already 120 extra HP. Nearly double our starting HP just with 2 of them. And yeah, I know there's probably other items that I could be grabbing. But again, I just really wanted to try the infinite barbed wire thing, and doing a challenge that's 1 item per tier just kind of made it like 5% more interesting in my mind. At some point, we're going to have to do like an attack speed ATG thing, where we just have infinite increased attack speed, and we have infinite ATGs. Although ATG doesn't scale super well, because after a handful of them, we will just have 100% chance, and it'll stop scaling. It doesn't scale infinitely, right? One of the things that makes this interesting is the idea that we could get something that scales infinitely. Oh, I don't have enough. I'll just put that there. I didn't actually want to pick that up, but that's okay. Let's grab the teleporter. We still need to move quickly. Although the time rush is not as extreme of a concern whenever you are on command. Make sure we stand on them. We unfortunately only have one barbed wire right now, so not exactly doing a lot of damage. But we also have Rain was doing plenty of damage for us there too. Look at that. Look at all that damage we just took, and we haven't even broken our shields, which means it'll just, yep, be back. And with this much extra HP and protection, it also means that I'm just not afraid to like wade into the crowds and get some barbed wire damage. You know, for now. I won't have to do that eventually, but look at that. Back at full. Never even took damage, technically. If you guys have ideas for a loadout of 3 items, I'm not using use items because I feel like there are plenty of use items in the game that can almost win on their own. But if you guys have ideas for loadouts of 3, put them in the comments below. 3 items that you think combined with a character, because the character does matter, right? Combined with a character that you think could win a otherwise vanilla monsoon run. And I might try them out, because I think this is a pretty interesting challenge. The main one of the reasons I like it so much is because it lets you see, like, oh, well, what happens whenever you stack X amount of Y, right? You know, it's not just, oh, can we win? It's, oh, what happens whenever we have 50 of an item, right? And I will say, if we are, by the final stage, if we are just absolutely dominating, I'll do a victory pass with some of the better loadouts. Just to like do like one loop or something like that. I should have grabbed the power slide. Would have let me kind of slide through these guys to do barbed wire damage a little bit faster. I had my eyes on the future and I didn't think about the present. Just the future. The future is going to be filled from eye to eye, as far as the world can see, mountain to mountain, valley to valley, with barbed wire. Imagine a world, all you can see. Why am I getting so many greens? All you can see is barbed wire. Not gonna make the same mistake of getting trapped in the menu this time. We have so much barrier HP. 600 barrier HP already. Nope, my math is wrong. We have 300 base HP, so we have like 300 base barrier HP. And we've only as far as the game is concerned, these whites are supposed to be quote unquote commons, and we have gotten one common, 7 uncommons, and 1 rare. Common my ass. Doesn't help that we keep failing these goddamn shrines. See, with this many Guardian's Hearts, we can basically just kind of stand on top of them. Okay, well, we can't stand on top of that guy. He will eventually whittle us down. Oh my gosh. Calm in my ass. Oh my gosh. Why? I picked the white item as my offense for a reason, because I figured we would get it the most. What the literal fuck? Okay, we have 8 green items now. For some reason. Okay, let's check up here real quick. I need more white items. Please, please. What the hell is this RNG? Of course. The game is just taunting me with white items I can't even... Thank you. Down. There we go. Come on. Give me more items. Oops. Took a few too many hits there. I thought I set a barrier up. Honestly, the old Lopper was really nice. Screw it. I'm struggling. So we are going to hit the teleporter. Hope someone out there can see my vision, my dream. See what the world would be like. Infinite barbed wire. Just metal rings of glory and death as far as the eye can see. Every direction. Called me mad. Called me stupid. They called me insane. But I believe. I have what they will never have. I have faith. Faith that the barbed wire will carry us one day. You'll see. You'll all see. I currently seem to just be making this harder for myself, though. We did a yellow? Well, I mean, it's one item of each tier, right? What do we take in yellow? Maybe some damage? Actually, I know what I'm going to take. It's the only thing that scales barbed wire. And I just made a whole people rage and go straight into the comments. You could have taken X, you could have taken Y. I'm like, yeah, but none of them scale barbed wire. This one keeps me alive. Imagine having 10 colossal neurals. Imagine how much regeneration I'll have. Plus, barbed wire is king of the show today. I don't want to take away any of its glory. I mean, look at it. It's doing 30 damage. That seems so good, right? Don't worry. Soon. Soon you'll see. Soon you will be like all of the other doubters. You'll just be like me, and you'll be like, oh, barbed wire? A meme? No. No. It is a dark horse, not a meme. It is a blackguard guarding against a dark future. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just saying words. Normally, whenever I do like evil speeches like this, I have them written down and I recite them and stuff like that. Because I'm not a very good evil speech sort of villain. I'm more of like the slow, careful, methodic. I want that chest that has a chance of having a white. Slow, careful, methodic sort of villain who will randomly do something you're not expecting. If I really wanted to boost the power of my barbed wire, could have grabbed all of my green items as money-making items. A smart shopper all the time. That would be really stupid. I shouldn't do that. Yes! More. More. My influence, my sphere of influence has expanded. There's a part of me now that does actually wish that I had taken the hit list as my item, because even though it doesn't scale, it does mean that my base damage is going up, which would be, in the short run, making barbed wire much stronger, even if it doesn't scale infinitely. It also doesn't super help that I picked the character that might not be the best suited for getting the barbed wire off on enemies. Also could have taken infinite dodges. We're going very quickly down here and grab this chest. I forgot what we're taking. Umbrella. Where we go? Ah! Freaking jerks! Honestly, didn't really want the red. Well, we do have a lot of time of invulnerability now. Whenever we find our teleporter. Jeez, so much damage whenever those things do actually hit you. Yeah, at 4, we're only doing 200% damage, if I understand the math correctly. Okay, screw this. We're going to go to the teleporter, make money that way, because we're pretty good at teleporters with the thing anyways. And then we will... Is that a white item? It is not. So it doesn't immediately help us right now. And then we will cycle back. We're going to come up here and check. So I don't remember if the teleporter is up here. But we're just kind of spending too much time here. Again, probably not the best items I could have chosen, but it was kind of, again, it was a style choice. Oh, good, good. There's 2 potential whites here. I think something hit me and slowed me? I don't know what that would be. Ooh, another white. Yes. I think the nauticals saw you, right? Ooh, even more whites. Yes. Not safe up there. Thought it would be. No, don't die now. Don't die now. We finally got the barbed wire up and going. It's not the time to die. This blighted is like freaking blight on my run here. Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll be back in a minute. Okay. A few minutes into a run again, and this is... I haven't taken out any runs, but I did want to leave in that I am going to go for, again, trying to focus on the barbed wire, so we're going to go for defensive items in green, and we're going to go for a leeching seed stack. Because I was able to get hits off, and I think leeching seed will allow me to be a little bit more aggressive. Than even the Guardian Heart was allowing. Because the Guardian Heart was allowing aggression, but we were losing the HP so fast and it comes back so slowly that it barely mattered. It got me as far as I did, but... And then whenever it comes to our red, we are going to take the hit list. Because, well, despite the fact that it doesn't stack infinitely, the hero of the show should be barbed wire. And it's the only item in the game that I know of that is going to make the barbed wire better. We also got a reasonable amount of stacks of barbed wire from our first level this time. I don't know what the hell was with those, like, 27,000 green items that we were getting last time. It was inconvenient at best. This time we do have a good start on the Nimbus Halo of Godhood. There's another green. Or sorry, there's another potential white. Oh, they have so much armor whenever they're dug in like that. Jeez. I never saw it so clearly before. Here we go. This is the kind of RNG I was expecting, is to get a whole bunch of whites at the beginning, because white is literally the most common, theoretically. So using it as our defensive item, or sorry, our offensive item, seemed wise. Last run was just kind of like weird RNG. It was like we were too lucky. Like luck to the point of actually being a bad thing. Now we have 6 stacks of barbed wire, and I feel very confident. Sure, it's only doing 17 damage now, but it's also very easy to hit with it now. And it's getting bigger every time. Okay, let's go and hit the teleporter, and we will get out of here. Again, yes, the hit list doesn't stack infinitely, and I know the whole point of this is to grab items that stack infinitely, but I also want the item of focus, which in this case is barbed wire, to work. So whenever you guys suggest builds, keep that in mind as well, is, you know, have an item that's like, hey, this is the one that we actually care about the most as far as stacking. Is there anything down here? Nope, just the teleporter. Yeah, the leeching seed's working out fine. Already doing a lot more damage, too. See, these are the kind of results I was expecting. I think we have the beginning of an actual run for this single item challenge. We have it alive now, okay? And, I'll make sure and edit this down so that this is a palatable version of this. You guys won't have to worry about sitting through the entirety of what has already become close to an hour on my recording. But this one was pretty exciting, pretty fun for me, so no pressure, no pressure. Let's just actually win this run now, though. And again, if it gets interesting, I am interested in potentially doing like a victory lap, just to truly see how over the top stuff can get. But I will say that a victory lap without Guardian's Heart is a little bit scarier, because pretty much every single, what are they called, blighted enemy in the game will be able to one-shot me. And without any kind of movement speed or anything like that, it will be very risky affair. Not taking yellows, so just getting out of there. It seems like we have no items, and it's just like my brain keeps saying, wow, we've gotten nothing so far, but we actually have 10 items. It's just that, you know, it's just the items that we have chosen are choices indeed. Open the freaking crate. Yeah, Leeching Seed was a much better choice. Barbed Wire's already getting there. Should already be seeing a fraction of its glory. I would love that red, though. Fantastic. Already starting to get strong. You can see how, with the fact that it gets bigger each time and gets more damage each time, and both of those things scale infinitely, there's so much potential here. And there's our hit list. And the reason the hit list is good is because the barbed wire gets 50% more damage each time, and the hit list will increase my base damage, which means that it will also increase the base value that this is multiplying by. We need to get rid of this wisp so it doesn't kill us while we're opening this chest. And we're gonna kill this guy for another item. So use item, we can leave. We'll head to the right here and check on our good boy Acrid. See if he's around. He is. Are you kidding me? All of that work for a freaking use item. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. No, I don't want that. Okay, we'll leave. That's frustrating. I can't believe I got a freaking use item out of that. I don't think I can take that multi-pick there, because there's a good chance that I'll get something that I don't want. And then I would just have an obstacle in my way. Okay, this is right on top of the teleporter, so we're actually just gonna walk away from this for a moment. Need more barbed wire. Doing 73 detect now. Pretty unimpressive. Pretty unimpressive. For now. I should, on this variation of the map, be able to get back up to the top from the right side here. I think so. No, I can't. I'm not on this variation. Dang. Opening command chests can be harrowing. Okay. Let's head to the teleporter. Oh, that's tempting, though. Okay, let's do the teleporter first, and then we'll come back down and kill that Goliath, because the Goliath is going to be basically a free item. Whew, okay. This has been a little bit of a challenging run. Barbed wire is definitely not the best item I could have been taking here. Again, I want to see it take off. Oh, this was a bad way to go. I am so fucking dead. Yes, I am dead. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, I think that could have worked eventually. I just wasn't doing it right. I mean, by doing it right, I mean, I think it could have worked. We just need to have gotten there. Perhaps not with the items we chose. However, I'm going to call this particular starting instance of this challenge here. And again, if you guys have ideas for 3 items to do this challenge with, put them in the comments below. If it does particularly well, we might do a bit of a victory lap, but the goal is to kill Providence. Anyways, this has been Risk and Rain Returns. I've been Areima. I hope you guys are having a good day, and if you guys do enjoy these episodes, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and goodbye.